you have to go off and win, or you're going to make me look bad. If you don't plan it out, you'll never get the big stuff done and always feel like you're behind.
My question is to you. I'm doing a lot of work. I have a lot of momentum going on. Now, I'm getting to the point where I really want to be more active in what I'm doing that aligns with everything else that I want. With speaking, best-selling author, all that stuff. So, how can I better organize my days where I can actually go, like, for example, YouTube one day, social media posts another day, something like that. So how do you organize your days so that you can be more effective?
So first off, dude, you have to go off and win, or you're going to make me look bad, because I use you as the story. How many times do I tell this story about? All the time. Like, I talk about Carlos probably every day of my life. In different, and I tell the New York story of you taking a 13-hour bus overnight and coming and then going back home and doing it again, and then I end with, like, this guy is gonna win. Like, if you take that mindset, this guy is gonna win. He's a winner. He puts his goals ahead of his convenience, and he is gonna win. And so you have to pay attention to him. So you need to go off and prove me right, man. Otherwise, we both look down. I love it. I know you will. I just wanted to tell you that in a loving way. So listen. At the beginning, when you're doing it, you can't prematurely optimize, and so you have to figure out, of all the stuff that you're doing, what is the thing that you want to keep doing more of? What is the thing? Like, if it's you making videos, talking head, if it's you doing interviews with people who you look up to and getting mentorship, if it's you cutting up little videos and putting them on your Instagram, like, of all the stuff you're doing, you taste, you test, you try, and then you have to figure out what's the thing. I can't, like, all of them could work, dude. All of them could work. What's the one that's going to work for you? Just like if you're dating, I know you're in a relationship now, but when you're dating, you're dating and you're saying yes, and you're like, all of them could potentially work, but this one girl is going to be for you. You gotta figure out, right? And so all of these ideas you're doing could work. Like, what's the one that you're doing now, or 1, 2, 3 that you feel, I really need to spend more time on these things because this is potentially the thing for me? Which one? What do you got? What are the things?
It's contacting more schools and organizations, which I've been doing a lot more of, and I put 2 or 3 of them already, which I'm very excited about. But it's kind of just tricky for me with the full-time job. Like, I feel like I want to have the post ready, as opposed to working on it half an hour before I have to go and post it. I think I will be more effective if I get 2 hours in one day on a Sunday, create all the posts for the week, and then something like that. So I wanted to see what was your take on it.
And so you know your schedule, like, what, a week in advance?
3 weeks in advance.
3 weeks in advance. So if I'm you, what I would do is sit down, and knowing that my schedule is going to look like this, then I plot it out.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday night, I'm going to do this, and on Wednesday morning, I'm going to do this, and you have your work time put in, and you have time with your lady, and all of that. Like, you plan it out. You're intentional. Because if you don't plan it out, you'll never get the big stuff done and always feel like you're behind and rushing to the next thing. But you're wasting time in between doing it. Perfect. You got to figure it out. Amazing. So how much time do you need for doing the thing you want to do? Like, you want to have your video ready and not just be figuring it out 30 minutes before. Great. Yeah. How much time do you need to have your video figured out and ready to go? How much time?
Well, if it's for the week, I can probably get a good 3-4 hours in, and I'll have all the work done probably for a week.
Okay, so the problem is there's no 3-hour chunk on your calendar where you're designing this. And so you leave it to last minute because you haven't planned in advance. So that's fine. And listen, that happens. And as you do more stuff and new stuff, you'll inject different things in. But now like, this is what I want to be doing. I need to spend more time here. I want to stop tinkering. I want to take it seriously. I want it to have a big impact. I want it to mean something. And so you want it to mean something, then it has to be a meaningful part of your calendar.
Right.
So you got to say, when and your schedule will change on a weekly or every 3 weeks, whatever. I know for you, not every week looks the same, but you work the same number of hours. You just have to play with it. You can't make Monday every day, every week, the day that you do this thing. I get that. But you know your schedule 3 weeks in advance. And so in your week, like what day is today? Today's Sunday, right? You're planning your from tomorrow to Friday, somewhere in there needs to be a 3-hour chunk that you're spending making your video.
Got it.
Otherwise, you're saying it's not a priority. You haven't made it a priority, and so it doesn't become one. It's not going to magically happen. Like, you need to say, I need 3 hours of this, and I'm going to go focus on that. It's the same thing with your relationship, right, that we talked about before. If you don't say, I'm going to make it a priority and have however many hours or however many nights or mornings or days together to do stuff, it's not going to happen. The little stuff will take over your life unless you design and plan for the big stuff to be there.
Got it. Thank you so much, Evan. I really appreciate this. Coming live from the bathroom at work.
Live from the bathroom. See, this is a man who puts his goals ahead of his convenience. He's at work. He's got to rush back. He might get in trouble. I say, yeah, let's go live. And then he's probably freaking out. He's like, let me run to the bathroom just to do this. This is the best.
All the way from the train, and it took me like 10 minutes walking over here. And then finally, you answered. So it's in the bathroom. It is what it is.
And his coworkers are thinking, like, Carlos is taking the longest bathroom break of all time. Like, he really had to go, right? Always. It's the bet. Carlos, man, I love you. This is now adding to my Carlos story. You are like the guy that I'm going to talk about every day. So let's go, dude. Awesome. Let's go. Game on. Bring it.
Thank you, man.
Okay. Appreciate you, man. Have a great day.
You too.
I love it. I love Carlos. Carlos is going to make it. That's a man. Like, you need to get inspiration from Carlos. You got to put your goals ahead of your convenience. You take a shot, right? You take a shot. You take your opportunity. You take a shot. And then, like, oh, crap. He said yes at the most awkward time. Great. I'm going to go run to the bathroom and go make that happen. If that's the only way to do it, then you do it. Because you got to get ready for work, and you're going to put your goals ahead of your convenience. That's how it happens.
If you want to spend some one-on-one time with me, I have a special offer happening right now. Go check out the website right next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.